Welcome to School of the Lost Tribes Radio, where the word speaks not to the world, but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Clarity helps generate the lessons needed to seal the chosen before the destruction. Children of Israel, hear me. I gave you covenant, lineage, land, and promise. Yet there are among you those who chase after married women, who break homes, who destroy communities with their lust. Do not follow the path of King David when he took a married woman and unleashed ruin. Lust will destroy you. For women too, you are the daughters of Eve. I created you to submit, to uphold the family, not to commit adultery. Listen to my word. 2 sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is as a burning fire. It will never be quenched till it be consumed. A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he hath kindled a fire. Lust is a fire. Once you light it by chasing what isn't yours, it won't stop until it consumes the house you built. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he die. You think having the affair is sweet? It's poison in your mouth. You'll chase it all your days, and it will kill your family. A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, Who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness. The walls cover me, and none seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sins. You think you're hidden? You think I don't see? Fool, I see what you hide, your heart, your deed, your shame. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. You fear being caught by people, but you should fear being caught by me. I see your secrets. He knew all things ere ever they were created. So also, after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. I knew your deed before you did it. You're under my gaze, long before you whisper it to another. This man shall be punished in the streets of the city, and where he suspecteth not, he shall be taken. When you think you're safe, the hammer falls. Adultery brings public shame, ruin, and broken homes. Thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband, and bringeth in an heir by another. For first, she hath disobeyed the law of the Most High, and secondly, she hath trespassed against her own husband, and thirdly, she hath played the whore in adultery, and brought children by another man. For women, listen too, leaving your husband, bearing children by another, threefold sin. First, you break my law. Second, you betray your husband. Third, you destroy your children's inheritance. She shall be brought out into the congregation, and inquisition shall be made of her children. Her children shall not take root, and her branches shall bring forth no fruit. She shall leave her memory to be cursed, and her reproach shall not be blotted out. Your act doesn't stop with you. It affects your children, your legacy. The shame follows generations, and they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord. When the smoke clears, the remnant sees. Fearing me and obeying my law is better than any pleasure stolen. It is great glory to follow the Lord, and to be received of him is long life. If you turn back now and walk uprightly, there is honor and longevity in my camp. What this means for you, for dummies. Men, if you chase another man's wife, you'll destroy your home, your name, your people. Women, if you betray your husband, you break your covenant, tear your children's root, and bear shame. Both. Lust isn't private. It's public. It spreads. It poisons. It multiplies. Repent now. Stop the affair. Stop the fantasy. Return to covenant. Respect my law. Adultery is my law broken. It's not just wrong. It's destructive. Protect your family. Your children will pay for your choices. Your seed depends on your faith. Seek me, fear me, obey my commands, and you find honor, peace, and your place in my camp. I am Yahweh. I built your nation. I ordained your covenant. I counted your people. Do not barter my legacy for lust. Walk worthy of my name. Live clean. Keep your body, your home, your seed holy. The kingdom comes. Will you stand on the rock of my law, or fall into the pit of your own desire? You idle have fallen. The song of adultery must cease. My children, listen. I gave you a heritage that the heathen nations envy, a covenant, a name, a people. But among you, I see music, hymns, songs of seduction, songs that exalt chasing another man's wife. You sing to lure, to tempt, to break homes. You praise the adulterer. You glamorize the affair. K. Kelly's song of seduction, you say. Yes, you mimic that because you've lost respect. Shame on you all. Why adultery destroys. I said, you shall not commit adultery. It was simple. It stands. More than the act. I said, do not lust in your heart for her beauty, or let her eyes captivate you. Your thoughts matter. I commanded, I have made a covenant with my eyes. How then could I gaze with desire at a virgin? Your look betrays the heart. One king, David, walked on his roof, saw a woman bathing, sent for her, took her. The ripple, a destroyed family, blood on the court, consequence. I said, if a man commits adultery with his neighbor's wife, death was the law. You dismiss this? You ignore gravity. I warned, do not let your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her paths, for she has brought many down to death. Her slain are many in number. Her house is the road to Sheol, descending to the chambers of death. Adultery leads to ruin. It is a stumbling block. I summed the law. Love your neighbor as yourself. Adultery violates this. It steals. It destroys. I showed how sin works. Each one is tempted by his own evil desire. Then desire conceives. Sin is born. And sin, when full grown, brings death. I declared, the immoral adulterers will not inherit my kingdom. I said, the marriage bed is to be honored and kept undefiled, and I will judge adulterers. I commanded, abstain from sexual immorality. Control your body in holiness and honor, not in lust like those who do not know God. I taught, from within the hearts of men come evil thoughts, sexual immorality, adultery. All these are what defile a person. I urged, as foreigners and exiles, abstain from the desires of the flesh, which wage war against your soul. What you must do for dummies. Stop the song. If your music glorifies adultery, you have become an idol maker. Stop the look. Lust begins with your eyes. Your mind will chase what your eyes feed. Stop the affair. No matter your justification, taking another's partner destroys you, destroys the home, destroys the seed. Stop the denial. You think you're hidden. Your strings, your sheets, your messages, all under my gaze. Stop the music of seduction. You produce or play songs that lead others astray. Repent. Repent now. Honor the covenant. You are my people. Adultery is not my path for you. Marriage was made solemn. Protect the home. If you're a husband, guard your wife. If you're a wife, guard your body. Guard your heart. Recognize the wrath. The jealous husband may not always kill you physically, but I will deal with you. The destruction of families is real. The ruin of homes is my warning made flesh. I am Yahweh. My law stands. My covenant stands. Your gift among the nations is faithfulness, not sexual conquest. Your music among the nations should be praise, not adultery's hymn. You have fallen into vanity. Rise now, clean the house, switch the record, stop the lust, stop the destruction. Let your life reflect my holiness, and then you will be among the righteous, not among the ruins. King David's lust and Nathan's rebuke. 2 Samuel 12:7-9. Then Nathan said to David, You are that man. This is what Yahweh, the power of Israel, says. I anointed you king over Israel, and I delivered you from the hand of Saul. I gave your master's house to you, and your master's wives into your arms. I gave you the house of Israel and Judah, and if that had been too little, I would have given you even more. Why then have you despised the command of Yahweh by doing evil in his sight? You struck down Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and took his wife to be your own. You have slain him with the sword of the Ammonites. David's sin and the license of men. In the ancient days of our ancestors, Israelite men of strength and honor, were permitted to have more than one wife. This was not considered wickedness in those times. It was lawful, and it was done under the guidance and blessing of Yahweh when practiced with righteousness and order. King David himself had many wives, and it was not the number of wives that brought judgment upon him. It was his lust and his disobedience to the commandments of Yahweh. When David looked upon Bathsheba and desired her, he crossed a line from order to sin. He used his power to satisfy fleshly desire rather than walking in the fear of Yahweh. Lust blinded his wisdom, and the act of adultery and murder brought spiritual corruption into his house. The fall of order among Israelite men. There was a time when black Hebrew men, our forefathers, ruled with power, discipline, and divine order. But through captivity and rebellion, that power was taken away. The curse fell upon our nation, and as Isaiah 3:12 declares, "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them." This is the state of our people today. The balance has been broken. Many women now seek to rule over men, influenced by rebellion and the deception of white supremacy and satanic systems that have corrupted the divine order established by Yahweh. The struggle of polygamy in captivity. While there is no specific law against polygamy in the scriptures, the heart of man must be measured by righteousness. Many men today are not in the spiritual position to rule over one wife, let alone two or more. To lead multiple women requires divine wisdom, patience, and strength. But in our fallen state, most men struggle because emotions, jealousy, and pride destroy peace. Women often desire to be the only queen, forgetting the order that Yahweh set from the beginning. The call to discipline and salvation. In these last days, Yahweh calls his sons to discipline, not indulgence. As written in 1 Timothy 3:2, "A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach." This verse speaks not only to bishops, but to all men who wish to become disciples and inherit salvation. To walk upright before Yahweh, a man must rule his spirit, overcome lust, and choose righteousness over desire. Fleshly pleasure is temporary. The beauty of a woman fades, but the fear of Yahweh endures forever. Therefore, men must remove the desire for women that leads to sin and replace it with the desire for his precepts, his laws, and his wisdom. Conclusion. King David's story is a warning and a lesson. Lust destroys kings. Discipline builds nations. As Israelite men return to Yahweh's order, they must seek not the beauty of women, but the beauty of holiness. Delight yourself in Yahweh, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Psalm 37, verse 4.